Now, for the first time, Nick Godejohn is speaking to New York Post in what they're calling a bizarre email thread. Now, for those of you who do not remember, Nick Godejohn actually got a life without parole sentence. Gypsy Rose got, I believe, a 10-year sentence and actually did about 8 years of those 10 years before getting released about a month ago. Now, since her release, Gypsy Rose has been pretty active on social media, as well as the documentary. She's trying to become an advocate for Munchausen by proxy. But Nick Godejohn has actually kept pretty quiet. A lot of people have been asking, what does he think about her getting out, her release, and other things. And he kind of explains in this article. Now, I'm going to assume New York Post reached out to Nick for maybe a comment, like I said, based on, Gypsy Rose being released or released early. And they explain here that a bizarre email thread between them and him then started. Now, in that email thread, he said, "I want people to know that I am not lost in the ether of all what's going on with whom shall not be named. I am just being patient for my true time to speak." And then he writes a smiley face. Then the Post asked Nick what he thought about Gypsy's newfound fame, her marriage to Ryan, and what life has been like behind bars. He said, "I must be conscientious of my decisions." He then followed up with, "A lot of these questions will be answered in a foreseeable interview at the right time, which is not right now." And he also added another smiley face. Now, in the email, the Post is saying Nick appeared very polite, childlike, using smiley faces 6 times, and I don't know why they dropped during the 109-word correspondence. Now, as we know, Nick has been pretty quiet when it comes to everything that, that happened and everything that went down. He did do an interview, which I posted on my page with Oxygen, which was pretty short, but all in all, I mean, I think it's kind of clear that he does suffer some, for some mental issues. And I do hope that instead of being in prison, he actually gets some mental help that he needs or that he deserves. Not to say that he should not be held accountable for his actions that day, but I think that it's very clear that Nick still suffers from some mental issues. So I thought this was interesting. I assume that we'll have an interview or maybe a documentary part maybe about Nick as well, but we'll see. Now, as always, I'll keep you guys updated. Have a great weekend, and I will see y'all later.